Hello Grant, last time I talked to you about Disney films, and this time I want to talk to you about The Wolf of Wall Street, Martin Scorsese's newest film that's starring Leonardo DiCaprio that's out in theaters right now. This is a really, really good film. And there's been a lot of criticism in the news recently about how this glorifies the financial industry, and I don't really understand how anyone could go in and watch this film and misconstrue the subject matter of a film for the theme of a film. I don't think that in any way, at any point in this film, does it ever want you to think that these are good people, that you should be looking at these people as role models. Everybody in this film is a terrible, awful person, and I can understand if you don't, I guess, align with those people, because you're not supposed to. You're supposed to look at this as a document of excess and greed and a warning of saying that this is what happens when there is not enough regulation, when there is not somebody there to say, this is wrong, what you're doing here is wrong, how things just go and snowball into this high-level frat boy attitude in these offices. Like, there is some depraved things that you're going to see in this film. When I walked into this film, I honestly did not think in the back of my mind that, you know what, there's a possibility that I might see Leonardo DiCaprio with a candle up his ass. But here we are, and I did. So that's what that's part of something that happens in this film. Leonardo DiCaprio does such a great job too in this film. It's a shame that he's put in some really great performances in the last couple of years and really hasn't been recognized that much for it. He's not going to win an Oscar this year. I'm hoping he's nominated for this movie for Best Lead Actor, but chances of him winning against Chiwetel Ejiofor from 12 Years a Slave, it's probably slim to none that he's going to actually win, but I hope he's nominated because he so deserves it. This is such a different role for Leonardo DiCaprio to be in, and he just gives it his all. He's like in it with gusto, and I love seeing that. There is, like I said, this movie is long. It's 3 hours long. It clocks in just like a minute under 3 hours. But everybody else is phenomenal in this. You have Jonah Hill, Academy Award nominee. Jonah Hill is in this film doing this really interesting character. His teeth. Notice his teeth because it's some sort of appliance he's got in there, and it's all I could focus on every time he was on screen. But he does this really great character who basically just quits his job so he can come with Leonardo DiCaprio. He's that magnetized, Leo is, to have all these followers with him. So Scorsese also has, I'm fumbling with words here because I'm trying to think of anything else to say. Scorsese does these, it's interesting what he looks for that grabs him in movies, because this is coming right after Hugo, this like family-friendly 3D film, and now we jump into Wall Street, which is this like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. It now holds the record for the most F-words of any film ever. 414, I think, uses of the F-word in this movie. And it really shows you the terrible things people can do when there's no checks and balances in place. And I think this is going to do, or might do, for the financial industry, as say like Casino did back in the day, like of gambling, and just showing people the kind of the horrific nature of the daily lives of these people, and them not understanding that they're all kind of terrible people. I'm reiterating everything that I'm saying, so I think that's time to wrap up this review. I would definitely go and watch this. This is something that really needs to be seen on a big screen. If you absolutely have to wait, definitely check this out when it comes out on video, though. But definitely one of, I think, the strongest films of this year, one of the strongest films of Scorsese's later half of his career. Some of the friends that I went with, or one of the friends that I went with, really was turned off by the characters, and he didn't know if he really liked it. There was nothing that he could grab onto. Unlike something like There Will Be Blood, where there's also terrible people and people that you're not supposed to be really rooting for, but you can still understand and like the journey that you're on. I had that reaction to this film, but others are not having that reaction. So it really just comes down to whether or not you're going to connect with the characters or not. I did. Other people are not going to. 4.5 out of 5, somewhere in that range. I really, really enjoyed it. Go and check it out. Grant, thank you for watching this. Anyone else who's watching this, you can go and watch some of our other videos in the past if you want to, but me and Grant do a podcast. There's going to be a link down to that in the description below, and a link to the trailer of this film as well. I'll talk to you next time, Grant, at some point. We always end up doing that. Until next time.